Jim Morrison, the division president here for the Pulte Group. I couldn't be happier with the turnout today, and I appreciate each and every one of you coming out to spend some time with us. You know, we're unbelievably excited and proud of what we're going to be able to show you for our vision for Del Webb. You know, this project has been 6 years plus in the making, and we have worked with by far the finest and best professionals that this industry has to create a community that not only will we be proud of, in my personal humble opinion, the best Del Webb ever produced, but something y'all will be proud of as well. Now, many of the people who worked on this project are here today, and you know, I thank them for all their engagement and what they've done. I've been involved in a number of Del Webbs across the country, and I will tell you that this is by far the best I've ever seen. So personally excited to share the vision with you today, be responsive to any questions you have.
It's great to be with you, and it really is a remarkable and exciting day. This has been a vision that so many of us have shared for a number of years, and many of you collectively in the community, the city, county government, whatnot, have had this vision for what this might be, and I can tell you that this is just a huge day of excitement for all of us to drive in and see the new entry and a new name that will be announced, and something that I think will be a great legacy for this area. When we acquired this property, now what has it been, Peter? 5 years ago, we really felt like there was something that God might have something really special for this property, and then we were able to team up with, I think, the finest builder, no doubt, in the United States, in the active adult segment in particular, Del Webb and Pulte, and work with Jim Morrison, who's one of the finest people I've ever met, in creating this vision. And we're so excited about it because just the interest and the activity already, and I know they're going to share that with you, has been absolutely amazing. And so despite what you read sometimes in newspapers about what's going on, let me assure you that you know, there is really great positive news and exciting stuff happening here at Del Webb in Richmond. And so we're so excited about that and encourage that all of you took time out of your day.
Thank you very much. What a wonderful day this is. Thank goodness the weatherman is usually wrong, but they predicted rain today. Look what we've got. This whole area has been anticipating this day. I didn't know it's been 5 years, but for a long time, and I'm so happy that the day has finally come. These have been wonderful people to work with. This is going to be a great, great addition to not only to Richmond, but to the whole area. I think the whole area has been anticipating this day. Anything we can do to help, we want to do. We appreciate you being here, and we look forward to many years of work with you. Thank you very much.
Another organization that we would like to certainly offer our gratitude to is the folks over at the Central Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce. I know that we wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for Gail Parker and her team over there. Just to give you guys some perspective, with 1,500 units and potentially 3,000 new residents that will be part of this community, there's no doubt that the local businesses and professional services that are represented here are going to benefit from that. And I think that's just a really fantastic story. And you know, when you think about what Del Webb provides, Del Webb provides many cities an opportunity to really meet the needs of their growing cities, but at the same time offer a significant level of economic impact that's a little unique. The active adult consumer, if you will, brings to market all of the tax benefits that you would hope for in any large development of this scale. But we have no impact on your schools, right? We have very, very nominal impact on your city services, and we have a limited impact on your infrastructure as well. And in addition, you're talking about a group of people who offer a heightened level of interest in community service and volunteerism, and also discretionary spending. So I think all of those things sound good to the folks in this room, and I can tell you that many municipalities, including Richmond, are starting to see the benefits of offering an active adult community as an opportunity to meet the needs of their growing city. So with that, I'd like to bring forward Ms. Gail Parker, CEO and President of the Central Fort Bend Chamber.
Thank you, Kimberly, and thank you, Jim, and also Fred, for everything that you're doing for this community. It is with your vision and your goals that we are here today. It's because of you. We're very excited. The 1,500 homes are going to represent probably maybe 2,000 to 3,000 people. And as Kimberly said, these are going to be people who are going to be shopping in our shops, eating in our restaurants, banking at our banks, buying gas here, you name it. They're also going to be volunteering. And I can't say enough about that. Someone who believes in our nonprofit community and what that nonprofit community can do for the county as a whole. So these people are going to offer a lot. They're going to bring a lot to the table, and they're not going to take a lot back from the table, and I think that's phenomenal. And Mayor, I just wanted you to know that I brought my magic wand, Chamber of Commerce weather wand. When you see me carrying this is Gail warding off the rain. So hopefully it'll work again today like it has for me in the past. But I want to thank everybody for being here today. I see a lot of our business representation from the Chamber, our ambassadors, etc. And it's a glorious day for you to be here to welcome our family at Del Webb and to thank them for what they're doing for our community and having the foresight to bring it here. We know how good this part of the county is. Now everybody else is finding it out, and I think that's pretty awesome. So thank you very much. Thank you.
So my guess is that most of you in this room have seen at least a component of our recent ad campaign that's in the market that references something that we like to call unretirement. So you might be asking yourself, what's the difference between a Del Webb community and a retirement community? You might not be, but I'm going to assume for a moment that you are asking yourself that. So when we think of a retirement community, some of the things that come to mind are facilities like assisted living or extended care, all of which are fantastic and wonderful portions of our community as well. However, Del Webb is not a retirement community. We call it active, as in active adult living, right? So when someone chooses to live in one of our communities, we don't look at it as the fact that they are buying a home and simply changing their address. They are engaging in a new lifestyle. So Del Webb communities are known for, like Jim mentioned, across the country, for offering state-of-the-art fitness centers and clubhouses and a plethora of groups and activities. Anywhere from, let's see, computer classes, to continued education, to ceramics, or any other hobby you might be interested in, to financial planning. Our rec centers are set up in order to facilitate and allow people to engage in activities like swimming, both indoor and outdoor, tennis, bocce, this fun thing called pickleball. Anybody know what pickleball is? Anybody? Only because I told you. Only because I told you. All right, so think of it somewhere between tennis and table tennis. It's like tennis, but you don't have to move so much. So when you think about that and what we offer, I'm sure you can hear that that's about an active lifestyle, right? So what we like to say is that this is not about necessarily the last stage in life. It's about the next stage in life, right? So right now in our tent, you are standing right next to what will be our 8,000 square foot sales pavilion. Just beyond our sales pavilion, you'll see 9 of our designer decorated models that are going vertical as well. If you've had an opportunity to gaze behind you and off to my right, your left, most of you anyways, these areas represent the first areas that we will be bringing to market to buying public in early 2011. Got some renderings and some maps up here. You're certainly welcome to join us if you haven't seen them yet. We'll be offering somewhere between 1,200 to 3,000 square foot for our floor plans, and ranging from about $140,000 up to just under $3,000. So if you look across the bayou, so this beautiful stream here that Fred talked about as being an inspiration to the heart of what this community is, just on the other side of it you'll see some staging equipment. Approximately there represents the site for our 28,000 square foot recreation center. And that's just the building. That's not the included amenities that come along with that. So I share all that with you folks because we are no longer at concept. We are very quickly approaching reality. And I couldn't be more excited to bring that to you. So you might be asking yourself, why are we here? I'm glad you're here. But I'll ask you, what is in a name? I know many of us, in fact, I would bargain to say every single person in this room at some point in time in their life has contemplated naming their children. Maybe a dog, maybe a cat, of course. Some of you, and you know who you are, have named your cars. And why do we do that? We do that because names have meaning. They mean something to us and they mean something to what we associate them to. Whether it's a point of memory, whether it's a point of honor, and in many instances, it evokes a sense of personality, right? That's why we name things. And I can share with you, and there's enough people in this room that know how much effort and energy went into naming this sucker. Trust me, a lot. And in addition to that, deriving the personality that comes along with it. So when you think about developing those kinds of communities, what we're trying to do, it's every bit of emotion that Fred spoke with earlier, right? It's about creating a sense of place. And when you look at what we're accomplishing here, I'll share a few things with you just to give you some detail. What we really tried to do was take the natural topography of what this piece of property offers and bring that to life. As you drove down 762, I'm sure you noticed the massive, extensive berming that we put in place. I say we, I know that's our developer and our engineer, so thank you. The sweeping monument that welcomes you as you come into the community, and the boulevard that drops you into the heart of the community, right? We've got, if you haven't noticed, just over 50 acres of water on this site. So we've incorporated water into our monument features through a series of waterfalls that flow through the monument and ultimately die in a dry creek bed. That dry creek bed inspired the hardscape material that you see throughout the community. Kind of looks like a river rock, right? And that river rock, stop for just a moment and think about that river rock. And if you've noticed, the mosaic tiles inlaid into the river rock that are blue represent and signify our natural feature of the stream right behind us, Rabs Bayou, that bisects our property. Plant material was absolutely selected to enhance the scenic views of all of the beautiful oak and pecan trees that we've mindfully preserved throughout the community. So I know some of you have heard it, but ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Sweetgrass. So Sweetgrass, a place of active serenity, okay? A place where people get to engage in the wildlife, water, and nature that we've preserved, yet have available at arm's length. A place where community meets activity. A place where the outdoors represents as much physical activity as you want, or as much peaceful enjoyment as you want. A place where a day is full of active engagement and the ease of life that we all aspire to. Where your day, you get to do what you want and select from a wide array of alternatives that we may offer. Be it maybe a second career, maybe volunteering at our local schools or library. Perhaps it's skydiving. Yes, we do have communities that have skydiving clubs. Perhaps it's just an evening cocktail with good friends and a round of bocce. What's most important is that whatever it is that you want is here at Sweetgrass.